Welcome to Sweet Tea Channeling. I'm Debbie Pokornik, and as always, with me is my co host, soul sister, and our gifted channeler, Susan Hoskins. Today's episode is a sweet tea treat where we take a quote from a previous channeling and play with it in the stream of consciousness to see what new pictures might arise. This helps us more fully understand the nugget and anchor these channeled messages here on Earth. It also assists in raising us up so that we can ascend into the reality that we are creating right here, right now, a place we lovingly refer to as Hoomadhi. We have already opened sacred space for us all, but to help you get the most from this video, we suggest that you take a moment to center and ground yourself. Then call in your guides to assist you in pulling out whatever is most relevant to you right now. Okay, today's episode is a continuation of Nugget 25, which ended up being a very deep and beautiful topic, and it needed to be divided into multiple parts. If you have not yet seen part one, you might want to go back to last week and listen to it first, or just jump right into this one and see how it goes. I will start by sharing the quote that began our conversation last week.
Hoomadhi is a progression of your own humanity to where you dwell together in this consciousness. Even though you are not physically present with each other all the time, you are present in the cosmos.
Let's explore that because I think that's what's happening here. We're used to going in and tuning into the frequency of Hoomadhi together. And so once we do that, why would we not be able to carry that frequency still with us here back in this plane and still have that connection to know when something's going on? Why wouldn't we? Huh.
Yes, yes. And then the other piece about raising our frequency that somehow ties in here is the fact that we've been told that it's a new kind of light body,
Right,
right?
exactly.
So I have not successfully um, moved into that light body yet, but maybe once I have, then I can see others who are
Absolutely.
in that light body.
Absolutely. I really believe that and experience that. That's why sometimes I don't feel as well coming back in fully to the physical body after channeling.
Mm-hmm.
I feel better in whatever that lighter body is for that period of time, being in that consciousness to be able to receive the messages. So I know it's sometimes very hard to come back and be fully present in more of a dense body. So I know it's real. I
Yes.
believe that. Yeah.
Yes. And I too have experienced that. So when I say I haven't managed to get there yet, I should add I'm not fully aware when I do it, but I sure am aware when I come back in
Oh,
to the density
absolutely.
and feel it like, oh, there's just I feel so heavy.
Yeah, me too. Well, think back to how we learned to meditate to start with people guiding us through meditation, and then always asking us to come back slowly.
Mm.
Because you are in a different consciousness and dimension when you stop the mind and you allow all this to just come in and be. You really are.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's talk about that a little bit more
Okay.
as well, because that is an interesting aspect. We're talking about ascending, but with our physical
Physical.
body in more of a light body state.
Correct. Hmm.
But it's not like my physical body is lying there on my meditation
No,
couch,
right.
being left there while I'm doing it.
Yeah, right. I think we used to think of it kind of that way.
Yeah.
I think I did would think about I'm sort of not laying my body down, but kind of the image you're getting. The body may be in the chair, but when I'm meditating, I'm somewhere else. But no, I think what we're being invited to do is to go within our heart, get out of our mind space into our heart space, to open up and allow ourselves to be in that consciousness And it's not like we're leaving, shooting out of the body to go. It's like we're still in our body. But I do think we adapt in a lighter, we don't bring all this density with us into the consciousness.
I'm actually wondering if we shouldn't do a little bit of channeling and ask Christopher if he can shine a little bit of a light on this for us.
I love that idea. Okay.
Okay. Christopher, can you help shine a light for us on this idea of not leaving our body yet ascending to this other dimension?
This is a huge question, and we will begin by the very words you said about shining a light. When you are tuning your frequency into this new consciousness where we dwell and that we are creating together to more fully embody together, while you are in physical form and we are in spirit form, let us say. There is an adaptation that does go on between us. So we adapt more to your raised frequency, which is more akin to ours, and you adapt because whether you realize it or not, when you are with us more in this space, you are leaving the awareness of the dense physical body and dwelling in that beingness that we call more of a light body, where you know you're not spirit just floating around. You have a container for your soul, you have a container for all that you are, but it's just so much lighter that you're not even really as aware of it. That's what we mean by ascending more in the physical form, where your consciousness, where your focus is on the heart. It is not on this body or mind that distracts you from your intended laser beam focus as to the potential of all that can be. It is what you are trying to envision now when you connect, let's say, with your higher self. Your higher self is that frequency of you that is fully aware of you as a divine spiritual being and the potential of what that truly means, not encumbered by the distortions of the mind and the fear that is so prevalent when you're in physical form in the density. So you are lifting your consciousness up to a place where you are fully present in the vehicle you're in, but all of that is adapted to where your focus can be on the pure consciousness of being and creating, and not on all the illusions illusions that are created in the 3D world. So you don't have to leave your body fully. You don't have to lay down the physical and what you call die or transition to come on back into this consciousness to dwell. You can very well do it in the form you're in now. You're just ascending your consciousness, your heart frequency, your focus out of the mind into the heart and into what we've talked about in the book as the heart womb of the creator. That's where all this is created, formed, and experienced. So it's not like one day you're just going to lift that old body up and go through the clouds and be somewhere else. It's where you are really going into that deeper part of yourself, your heart space, your inner being, to kind of walk through the doorway where your awareness of yourself, your consciousness, is in this dimension of all that can be. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, and it's a lot. So what we're going to do is we are going to end this sweet tea treat knowing that there is more channeling coming up right away in the next episode.
Okay.
Oh, so that's all we have to do is nothing.
Yeah. So no sweat.
Ready to join us live on these calls? Send us an email at info.hoomadhi, that's HOOMADHI @gmail.com. We'd love to have you play with us.